Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you another journal flip through. So I won't keep you talking for too long at the front of the video, but this is the journal I was using between August and October of 2023. The original journal was a gift from the lovely Chelsea, so thank you again, Chelsea, for enabling me to have this like creative, not really creative, outlet in my life. If you've not seen one of my journaling videos before, I am not aesthetically a pro at all. I use my journals for more talking about the day. I'm trying to find an example now. I use my journals more for like talking about my day and maybe adding some pictures and ephemera from the day, but I'm really not a pro in terms of decorating and making it look nice for others. It's just for me. So this is my everything journal. I put my bookish content in here, and I also do like what happened in my day. If I've got any like planning to do, I'll do it in my journal. It's not a bullet journal by any means, and it's nothing official is what I'm saying. It's nothing official. So I'm gonna just stop talking. Please enjoy a full flip through of this journal and just let me know as you go if you've got any comments, thoughts, opinions. I would love to chat to you about them. Okay, so here is the journal. This one was actually bought for me. It was a gift, but I believe it was from Amazon, and it was originally just bought with the corpse husband artwork on it. I absolutely love corpse, one of my weird fascinations. So then I decided to decorate it with lots of vinyl stickers. Then they started peeling away, I'm not sure why, so I tried to clear tape over them, and I got all these air bubbles, which have really irritated me with this journal. It's my own fault, I did it. But we've got some fun stickers on here. We've got a little take care of yourself frog, a little Tom Nook, a little frog in a ramen bowl, some good vibes. I mainly just wanted some kind of chill vibes that fit around Corpse's face, who is a very not chill person. So cracking on in, I made this kind of cover page which I've added to today with some date information, but we have one of my new business cards because I got these, I'm sure, during the span of this journal, maybe. And then this sticker which says, "A well-read woman is a dangerous creature," and I love that quote. So we then have the August title page, very, very bland. Like, this journal had minimal decoration, but we have my August TBR. So if you're not from the bookish side of the internet, that is my to be read. So all of the books I wanted to read that month, being my book club, my read along, my 2 read alongs, Patreon reads, buddy reads, lots to read in August. I then have a printed cover of Eclipse. I printed a lot of book covers out on like proper photo paper, so I used them where I could. We then have my book haul over here, so all the books I acquired, being ones from my subscription box, gifts that I got and bought myself. I then have the first page of my wrap up, so what did I actually rate the books I read? Did I read them via physical book or audiobook? And then we have some more printed covers. And then just using the cover of my current read to block the other page, which, so I'm reading Queen of Shadows by Sarah J Maas right now, but I'm using the dust jacket to cover any pages I might not want you to see in the flip through. That is because I have a spending tracker on that page and it has all of my financial information, so you don't need that. But here we have a list of all the books I read in August and what I rated them, and then another cover of a book I read. We then start to get into the journaling of what I did day by day. So on this day, I went into the office and my colleague brought me a magnet from her holiday, so I kept like the label on that. Over here, I went out with my parents for the day to not Bristol, Gloucester, and we had a Taco Bell. So then I've printed some pictures of our day into there, which are a little bit more personal. And I did here buy some tickets for the Jonas Brothers with my sister. Still fuming about that because we now can't go. The concert's been rescheduled. It actually should have been just before you watch this video, and it's now going to be in September, so we can't make it. But yeah, I added this in because I needed some more space, and now it turns out that's not even happening. This day was the day I announced the Vampire Diaries Readathon round 1, so I was talking about that, and I went out with my parents for dinner. This is just, yeah, really not a lot to say on here, so a little bit more. So I had a lovely gift from Victoria. I had some biscuit tea and a book. This one was then a gift from Laura, who bought me some amazing avocado themed items and sent them my way. And then I did a watch along for, it was the final ever American Horror Story watch along, so I have this little axolotl eating popcorn up here. We then have my page where I wanted to write some notes about the heart principle for the Kiss Quotient read along. What did I actually call it? Maybe just the Kiss Quotient read along, I don't know, I'm sure it had a name. But yeah, so I didn't actually fill the space, and then I filled it with star ratings for the other books, who was a guest on the live show, and all bits like that. Again, writing about my day, filmed some videos, read some books, particularly A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. That was very high-pitched, I'm sorry. Another just little ramble. This was from one of my journal with me videos, so if you watch those you might recognise that. But Oz sent me, I'm a therapist and my patient is, what's that one? A Vegan Terrorist. So one of the Dr. Harper books. Over here, just waffling again, and like visiting grandparents. And then I have this little tip in of things I bought from Temu. Was getting very annoyed with my sleep. This is when I lived at my old apartment and some of the neighbours were very noisy. And just waffling about work. I went to the little Chinese supermarket in town. FaceTime Chelsea. Cole was looking at an apartment. This day was a hen party for some of the girls I used to work with. We had a triple hen and I got to hang out with some of my old colleagues. So I've got some printed out pictures of that and the wristband, I can't remember what it was called then, for a party thing we went to. And then I had Lewis Capaldi pizza and it kind of sucked, but I thought it was cool. Over on this day, I was setting up my November journal in August. So I set up journals very early, but then I don't complete them until years later, I'm sure. So yeah, I was setting up my new journal and rewatching Heartstopper season 2. Another long day over here. I was watching Project Fear, which I absolutely love. Really want to watch that all again. And I've actually left some episodes for me and Cole to watch while I'm away. So I want to catch up with the ones, like rewatch the ones I've already watched. I love Project Fear so much. This was my best friend's birthday bottomless brunch. So I have our receipt here, which racked up to £103.50p, which for 3 people is quite impressive. And it was bottomless brunch, so the fact we still spent that amount is crazy. I wanted to catch up on my Goodreads goal, ordered a Chinese. This day I went to the maze with my mom, and the maze near us does like these little quizzes. So you do a mini maze with a quiz, then there's a quiz maze, there's another quiz maze, there's stuff going on there, and then for the main maze you collect stamps as you go round, so I like to keep these. And we kept finding Puffing Billy, which is number 1, and if you say Puffing Billy to my mom now, she will know exactly what you're on about. Then I was back at work, and this is if you were around on my channel at that time when the audit was happening, and it was, oh my god, it was chaos, absolute chaos. So a lot of ranting, and this is a whole tip in of things the auditors said that were completely idiotic. Another moan, and we're on to September. As I said, minimal decorations in this journal. So we have another TBR list where I didn't write it all out because I was doing the Vampire Diaries readathon, so I just wrote the title and then any specific ones I had to read. And my book haul was also quite impressive this month. My wrap up, again, we've got some book covers, the ratings I gave books, what format I read them in, and a full list of what I read. We are still at work and my boss bought me this squishy pig because I was getting really stressed out by the auditors. And we made some inappropriate comments about what we were going to do to the auditors, so she bought me a squishy pig to vent my frustrations. Another audit days, and I had a massive headache. This was when my cluster headache started, and that went on for several weeks, so I was trying to do anything I could to get rid of it. So I have the space mask, and I also got my box for Your Paper Quest and filmed that unboxing. That's what that logo is. We then have me tracking what I read for the Vampire Diaries readathon. So we have just like what book I read, what prompt it was, how many points I earned for that book. We have Claire sending me Seasonal Fears by Shauna Maguire with this like sticker on the envelope, so I kept that. The Eclipse watch along, this is from New Moon, but I wanted a Twilight thing to stick in. I started journaling in the office and then didn't finish it, so just stuck in what I was already saying and carried on. This one's a bit of a hectic one. So this is when I finally went to an optician about what was happening with my eyes and my head and found out I have this condition, so I kept the information leaflet just as a strange memento to health. Also kept the receipt for just the services I had on that day, which were expensive. And then what's over here? I got some books from Victoria from the House of Night series. I think, yeah, it was Victoria. You've got this, she said. And then over here, I got a pin badge from Google Maps. It was like Google reviews, but Google Maps, because I was an absolute Karen and ranted about a hotel. It got so much hype behind the review and people like commenting on it and rating it and viewing it that I became a trusted reviewer of Google. So I got a pin badge for that, which is, it's like peak Karen mode. It's amazing. Nothing to say over here. I went out, like nothing to show you really because there's nothing stuck in, but I went to Ross on Wye with my mum and dad and we had a bit of a mooch. Over here, I did just some chilling, it looks like. Chilled day, read some more books, ate these M&Ms. These are the best M&Ms that exist in the world. This day I read or finished The Possible by Tara Altebrando, and that was a gift from Alice back in the day, so I kept the gift note originally. I had the 2-time spicy buldak noodles, which destroyed me. Another Vampire Diaries watch along night and me complaining about the audit, and my final page of logging prompts. So I ended up going over a couple pages. Was talking about the chatty live on my Patreon for my 5-year anniversary, where we're just having a bit of a like chat and a moan about things because it's me. And then on this day I actually worked even though it was a Sunday, so I had a big rant about that. This is kind of chaos. The accounts needed to be submitted by the 30th of September. So this is 25th to the 28th. Lots of red, lots of angriness, but I did finish some Girl Scout cookies. They were very good. We then had a birthday meal for my grandparents' 50th anniversary at the pub, and then went to Gloucester with my grandparents and my parents and obviously bought some books. We then have this little reading plan I had for, I believe, October? Must have been October. Yeah, it was October. And just how much I had to read of different books on different days to make it all work. I didn't stick to it. It was just a fun exercise. I was then doing this reading challenge for the Facebook group I'm in. So it was all like Cluedo themed. So I had all of the people who could be responsible, the rooms and the weapons, and tracked them there. Went to Alton Towers with my parents, so the account's been submitted and I took a work day off work. Took my parents to Alton Towers, had so much fun. There is a picture of my mom waiting to go on The Witcher. And then we're back to the office and my boss didn't turn up, so I went home. Then we're on to October, again, very chill with the decorations. These are all my axolotl stickers. And October was Spookoplathon. So I have a few of those cards dotted around. We have a much smaller haul this month and my wrap up. Oh, I actually added that I read 17 books, how helpful. And just hiding the spending tracker, we then have a list of those 17 books. 6th of October was then the first day I went to my new nail lady, who I still use now, so I had like a picture of my first set of nails. Just some to-do lists here where I then talk about what I did in the day and just keep bringing in these axolotls. I think they're so cute. This was a day celebrating my sister's birthday. Her birthday was actually on the 8th, but she was in France with her boyfriend. So when she came back on the 9th, we had a little beige buffet, as we call it. And my mum got me a little bookmark that looked like a sloth. Very, very cute. Was also adding what we did here. I didn't leave space on the right day, so me and my sister went to Makings of a Murderer in Tewkesbury. And it was the detective who caught Peter Tobin. Who just like talking about how serial killers work, so wrote a little bit about that. This was my Spookoplathon board that I did use to like pick my prompts and stuff, and as I wrote here, I never bothered to finish this page, so who knows how I did with that readathon. It's too long ago for me to work it out. We then have some more books that I bought on a quick pop into town, and some more buldak noodles. I feel like I'm just covering, I buy books, I eat buldak. That's how this works. Packing list for going to London. I was going for the Luke Combs concert, so we have this cowboy frog, and over here I finished Rouge by Mona Awad, so that's what that octopus? No, jellyfish. Oh my god, jellyfish is. And it was Friday the 13th, so I wanted it to look scary. We had a surprise birthday party for a family friend's 50th, so I kept the happy birthday, and I tried carbonara noodles for the first time, so I had to document it. And then over here I was heading down to London for the Luke Combs concert. We have a picture of my outfit and our view from the seats, which were very high at the top. I then have the receipt for taking my mom out for dinner and our luggage collection tags. We went to the museum. I then have pictures of me and mom around London. And then another picture of me and my mom in London. So just talking about our travels, more work ranting, I'm sure. Filmed a TBR, which is why I have all these like prompt things hidden down here. And then I did have some private journaling, so I wanted to jazz it up a little bit and use this old like stationery I had. Went to a market with my parents and told them that I wasn't going to be around for Christmas this year, so definitely wanted to journal about that. And the clocks changed, I did some reading. Then I'd done some journaling on this second like page and stuck it in. Didn't really reflect my mood. And then Halloween, my colleague brought her daughter into the office and she made me this little heart thing on the post-it note, so I had to keep those. Then we have my Patreon tracker, and this is normally at the back of all of my journals, and it shows you each tier of my Patreon, who is in what tier, who moves, upgrades, downgrades, leaves, joins, everything gets tracked in here. Just hidden here, but I'll show you the title and like the sticker. I have a birthday tracker where I'll note down people's birthdays and what gifts I buy them. And then I have my books I've unhauled lately that went from the 1st of July to the 13th of October. So all the books that left my collection. And then finally here we have this envelope, which I would keep things in as I was journaling. But all it has in here, which is very apt for this journal, is a Balzac label. So that is all that's in the journal, and if we jump right back to the start, that covered the 3rd of August 2023 all the way up to the 31st of October 2023, and I finished the journal on the 24th of May. So I 24, that's incorrect, 24. So I need to get cracking and finish off some more journals. So there we have it. That is a full flip through of this journal. I really hope you enjoyed coming with me on the journey for what happened in this 3 months of my life, nearly a year ago now, which is kind of scary. I am working hard to finish off like the next journal, so I have one just for November, which a flip through will be coming ASAP, and then another one that covers December all the way through to March, which needs a lot more work before I can put it on the internet. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.